I've played the river jig so many times. Since I've learned it, I've witnessed so many great jiggers, and that's my preference, just to play the river jig and see others jig to my music.
I always get a really good feedback on what I do on behalf of my performances. They just say, oh, it's just jigging, Des. No, it's not just jigging. It's actually something I grew up doing, something I love to do.
Wait, which one do you want to pick?
Cherish, come here. You have to come and comb your hair too.
Press A.
Crossway competition is happening right now. Square dancing is on Saturday. Sometimes we win and sometimes we don't, but it's all about having fun.
Cherish and Demi, you should start going to the school.
Did Demi already leave?
Yep, she's outside.
Okay.
They're having a floor hockey tournament outside or something.
Oh yeah.
I was dancing since I was like 5 years old, man. Since I was a little boy. I remember my first time, I was in my mom's living room, and everyone was dancing. And one of my brothers is like, Des, astam atino. And that's when I was like, why? What are you gonna do to me, man? It's like, Nime. And so I tried it. It didn't work out well. It was funny and kind of embarrassing. This is what my brother always used to say to me. Just because you don't know how to dance now doesn't mean that you'll never know how to dance in the future.
Okay, Alicia and Anisha, ready? Come on, go. Yeah, you're Demi, you're Chloe. Come.
I love teaching square dancing, honestly. Not only for future generations, but to help them. It helps, even when you're going through a lot in life. Not only I'm teaching them, but I'm also teaching myself. Not just to become a better dancer, but to also to become a better person.
Stage is right there.
Square dancing is fun. Sometimes we get our dances from YouTube, and then we bring a little bit of our moves in there.
I basically use square dancing for fun, like to have fun, and I can forget about stuff.
I like learning new steps and all that. Probably the double step is the certain step everyone knows and does. If you know how to do the double step, you can do any type of step in square dancing, jigging, and whatever.
One time, please. Just have to start. After that, 1, 2, 3.
When the music starts, you have to tell your team 1, 2, 3, and then you start dancing all together. To know when you're going to make a move, you have to say how.
My thoughts on how our land was colonized and the residential came to be, the residential school. It's very sad because there was so much hidden abuse behind it, and to take away the important identity of who we were as a people in the beginning before this ever happened. The new generation that we're having a mixture of tunes, and we're seeing a lot of step dancing now into the square dancing.
Square dancing, I think, was always part of the culture growing up. Old times, both my grandpas played fiddle, and they held dances in a local hall here. They would square dance there and have a little competition.
I think square dancing came from white people. I don't know.
The colonizers did bring the square dance in terms of teams and whatnot, but there was, of course, The First Nations people incorporated some of their moves into the dance, eh? The colonizers, they just use their feet. Not so much the body, eh? Then First Nations incorporated their dancing into the whole body, right? That's the influence the First Nations had on square dancing.
I know a lot of people that square dance, but sometimes they don't want to. Some kids like to judge and like act how they dance. Bullying, it happens a lot, and like suicides.
Everybody out there, doesn't matter if it's child and going on to elder, everybody's in pain. Why would they do such a thing to take their own life? Some people don't even know how to express themselves no more because there's barely people out there listening.
Some people like commit suicide is because they get bullied. People like to bring down each other on social media. They like to judge in there and tease and everything else.
Growing up in my community here, bullying has always become main thing. Either you're a part of it, or you're the one doing it, or you're the one getting bullied. I've been a part of both sides, but I've learned as I grew up not to be like that because I was losing friends and I was only picking sides, and I knew that was wrong, and right away I switched up my mind, and bullying hurts.
I kind of do like living here and I kind of don't. Sometimes I like staying here because of the bullying.
I don't like bullying is because I lost a good friend of mine to it, and suicide. It's really hard.
I haven't danced last festival and I didn't dance in Indian days. Due to the suicide epidemic and what was going on, I couldn't do it. The most tragic thing that happened to me in my life was losing a brother. It was very devastating. I grew up in a violent place. Couldn't focus on school because due to like getting bullied because of the color I wear. We kind of join that violence, but that's the past. A past that I probably never want to go back to, never.
When I play, I always recognize my community. They've been a big support of me from when I first started. This is me, and if you can accept that, I promise you, hate me or love me, that I'm going to be the best person as I could be, and showing my respect for my people and other people of my native culture. Pimicikamak Cree, all over.
It's kind of different how people dance, right? Like how they make their moves.
It's probably coming from your spirit inside that is letting you free of what you're doing. So it's going with the music, the rhythm.
Before I go on stage, I'll be nervous, like, you know, when you get butterflies, but then you know it's gonna be good when you get butterflies.
5 seconds and the music starts, like you know when to dance, so you just start dancing.
Kind of nervous when you get on stage because everybody's looking at you. Okay, do I remember the dance and stuff like that?
People are dreaming of what? Cars or a nice house or something, you know? My dream was to dance with my brother, to light up that stage.
이거니까요, Twilight Dancers. Way to go there, Twilight Dancers.
But I seen the shoe that broke. I seen it. So, but Tyler, that didn't stop from you guys getting the crowd going. You guys did.
Everyone shake your shoe right now.
That's how you dance. Woo! Make the crowd go wild.
Gagano gan istutta meg. Taaniman. Tapwe. Kawina Kiam tayo mo. Kapi sa taman. Tapagitsian. Nantaw mo metonanske kon tatuttaman. What segusi? The last fewest words my brother told me. Those words that got me going every day in life throughout those years. Kawina wigats pagitsi. Which means never give up. And so I took it.
Twilight Dancers.
Desmond Kalam.
I do believe that there does come a time where us youth think about our lives and what we want to do. And it's that then on our choice to follow those dreams and the right steps to take. We have the opportunity, we just have to make them happen. And when we do get them, make sure you don't hold back, because you might regret for the rest of your life.
Everybody in this community, as we speak, is a survivor. They survived through that 2016 and through the roughest year, toughest. We're hurt, we're damaged, we're broken, but we're still standing strong. And that's the important thing about this community. No matter what happens to each and every one of us out here, all I know that every individual in this community is one tough warrior.